welcome Zack Stovall.
So I walk into my first high school party that I was not invited to. It was this very John Hughes-esque scene, red cups, loud music, a destroyed liquor cabinet. And I had just transferred to a new high school, and I was closing out the first semester with 3 strikes against me. The first was, I'm from a small town, you might have heard of it, it's called Arkansas. I'm actually from a suburb of Little Rock, out in the country. So all of these people from the glorious metropolis of Little Rock, Arkansas, really gave me a hard time for being such a hick. Strike 2. In an effort to try to make friends, I was talking to all my football buddies, and they were talking about their collective summers and all of the blowjobs that they had gotten that summer. And I was raised very religious, so I didn't know what a blowjob was. And then I said, I got a lot of blowjobs too. And a buddy stood up from the back, who was not my buddy, and said, no he didn't! Strike 3 was the reason he was so confidently able to say, no, he didn't. I was not what you would call conventionally attractive. I was about 5'4", 255 pounds. Adorable. I also had, like a lot of kids, had acne. When I finally went to a dermatologist, he looked at me and he goes, it's not the worst I've ever seen, which is not a great thing to say. Also not a great thing to say what my dad told me. He said it looked like my face caught on fire and somebody put it out with a golf cleat. Gotta love your dad. And like a lot of kids, I had braces. But they were pretty big braces because I was supposed to be wearing headgear. And this headgear was so atrocious that the orthodontist said you should really wear it all day, every day. But go ahead and just wear it at night. You'll just wear it for 2 years instead of 1. And like braces, I also had a back brace, singular. I fractured my L5 vertebrae lifting weights too early. Muscles developed, bones didn't. 2 stress fractures. And again, you remember how I was fat. So the brace would push up the fat under my armpits, and at my new all-boys Catholic school, I would walk around with my arms out like I was really jacked, and everybody thought that was hilarious at me, saying like, hey, you want to fight? And I'm like, no, I don't want to fight you. Why are you all bowed up? I don't know, I can't help it. So I go to this party that I have not been invited to. And it's the year 2000, so there are no records to scratch, but I make an entrance because I look the way I do. And everybody's kind of surprised. They're not like my friends yet, or at all. They're just sort of like, hey, and they kind of slap me on the back, like, hey, man, glad you came all the way from the country to this party. They slap me on the back and they remember my back brace, and then they kind of slap it again, and it doesn't hurt. And then one kid, Andrew punches me in the stomach, and it doesn't hurt because it was a very thick back brace. The back slaps lead to punches, lead to everybody being out in the front yard, pulling up the Christmas ornaments, candy canes, and smashing me in the front and back, shattering all of the Christmas ornaments to raucous applause. It was great. Finally, the dad of the house where the party was comes home. Imagine what that dad looks like. That's exactly what he looked like. He sees all the people. He sees his shattered lawn Christmas ornaments in front of him. And he sees the absolutely destroyed liquor cabinet. And he says, "The party is over." And somebody from about 25 yards away launches a newly finished bottle of Crown Royal at his feet, and it shatters. And we all scatter into different directions. And I'm running as fast as I can. Not fast. Wheezing. And I'm waiting for when's my dad going to drive in and pick me up. But it was the first time I had really kind of owned what I was looking like at that phase. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm going bald. And my sister-in-law is a hairstylist, and she started cutting my hair. And she did that thing where you kind of grab the hair up, and there's all the hair, and you kind of crinkle it. And she's got it, and it's just like 4 hairs. And she's going, "Bow, bow. Bow, bow." And I say, "Gina, what are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm cutting your hair." And I go, "Just buzz it." Because I had learned everything is better when you just own it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.